There are so many cool rocks and minerals to collect, it's hard to know where to start. No matter how big my own collection gets, there's always something else out there that can make it just a little better. If you're searching for some inspiration for your own collection, you've come to the right place. In this video, we will check out top 10 coolest looking rocks ever found. 10. Thunder eggs. Thunder eggs are really awesome rocks that in many ways are similar to geodes. They are usually about baseball size and form whenever minerals like agate, jasper, or quartz, or even opal fill a cavity in the surrounding rock. Unlike geodes, the cavity is entirely filled, leaving no void space, making them really great specimens to add to a collection when they are sliced in half by a lapidary. While geodes can form in almost any kind of rock where large cavities occur, thunder eggs only occur in volcanic rhyolite ash flows. They can be found in several locations in the US and all around the world. You'd probably be best off buying a thunder egg specimen unless you also have a lapidary saw at your disposal. 9. Oolithic limestone. There are plenty of sedimentary rocks worth collecting, but oolithic limestone is probably my favorite because of its unique appearance. Getting its name from the Greek word for egg, this rock is made up of tiny oids, which are themselves made up of calcium carbonate. They form when tiny pieces of sediment are washed around on the sea floor, accumulating calcium carbonate that precipitates out of the water. 8. Geodes. Pretty much every rock collection has at least one good geode. These rocks vary drastically in size and appearance, but their defining characteristic is that they have beautiful crystals encrusting the void space inside an otherwise normal-looking rock. The type of crystals inside can come in almost any color and size, but the most popular type has to be amethyst, a purple variety of quartz. Geodes, while extremely commonly a collectible, can't be found just anywhere. They can only be found in specific geological settings where empty voids in the host rock are filled with crystals growing from mineral-rich water precipitation in them. 7. Obsidian. We all know this unique-looking rock. There's no mistaking that smooth, glassy surface and characteristic conchoidal fracturing. Obsidian makes for a great collector's piece because of how readily available it is and how beautiful it can be. While it's usually black, it also comes in some really pretty shades of red. You can also find it shaped into useful tools like arrowheads and knives, making it a great conversation piece. Obsidian is very common in many places around the world because it forms from rapidly cooling lava flows on the Earth's surface. Because it's so prevalent, you can find really nice specimens for reasonable prices, or travel to many locations to collect your own. 6. Tektites. This is probably the rarest rock type on this list, but definitely one of the coolest. These rocks are small, about gravel-sized, glassy objects that were produced from meteorite impacts. How they form is not completely agreed upon, but basically, the impact of a meteorite melted the rock at the impact size and sent it flying from the crater, at which point it rapidly cooled and landed in the surrounding area. There are only 4 widely recognized areas where tektites are found, known as strewn fields, but there are many other potential locations. If you can't make it to one of those locations to search for your own, you can find them for sale online and sometimes in local rock shops. Before proceeding further, please subscribe to the channel and click on the notification icon so you will get notified when we upload the next video. 5. Granite. Some people might consider granite to be too common to put on this list, but I had to include it because it's one of the most beautiful. It comes in so many varieties that you can collect many different specimens that all appear distinct from one another. The compositional varieties of the feldspars, micas, and quartz content give the granite in each location an appearance all their own. You can collect granite just about anywhere. It's one of the most common volcanic rocks, and there are entire mountains made of it. I'd suggest collecting many small specimens from different areas instead of one large piece. 4. Opal. Opal rocks are not strange for people around the world as they are in a class themselves. The opal rock comes with unique characteristics, and each type is distinctly individual. Overall, this type of gemstone is the most delicate one that requires special care and is commonly worn. Similar to other gemstones, opal rock is often used in jewelry, and you will easily see someone wearing a pendant or a rock containing an opal. This article is about to give you in-depth information about opal rocks, such as definition, types, values, and some details about its varieties. Opal rock is not a strange name for many people these days. This rock is a mineraloid instead of a mineral, as some people might suppose. Standardly, a mineral with a crystal structure, while the opal rock is the silica's hydrated amorphous form. This feature makes opal different from others that are formed of naturally faceted crystals. The chemical silicon dioxide from cavities in decaying wood, bones, and vegetation solidifies this rock type. In science terms, it's called SiO2NH2O. The most outstanding characteristic of the opal rock is the play of color. To be more specific, when light passes through the opal rock, the diffraction and interference will result in a color spectrum. The opal rock can display all the colors in that spectrum. Put it differently, it appears to give out the bright rainbow look when being seen. Significantly, this look can move and change considerably if you view the stone from various angles. In fact, many scientists attempt to explain the phenomenon in opal rock. Eventually, they could discover the reason thanks to the electron microscope in the 1960s. 3. Conglomerate. Conglomerate is a fun rock to collect because it's actually just a bunch of rocks all stuck together to make one bigger rock. It can sometimes look a bit like coarse cement and forms when large well-rounded rocks are deposited by strong water currents. The space between the rocks is usually filled with sediment and then fused together by quartz or calcite cement. Conglomerate is very common and can be found all over the world. If you find a piece that has an angular grain, that's called breccia, which also makes for a nice collectible. 2. Lapis lazuli. Most people think lapis lazuli, sometimes just called lapis, is a mineral because high-quality specimens are often considered gemstones, but it's actually a rock consisting of several minerals. Its distinct blue color comes from the mineral lazurite, which is often accompanied by other minerals like pyrite and calcite, which gives it a nice variety from specimen to specimen. Lapis is pretty rare in the US, but can be found all over the world, most notably in Afghanistan. Most people like to turn high-quality lapis into cut gems, but the striking blue color of rough specimens makes it a nice addition to any collection. Lapis lazuli has been popular throughout most of record human history. Mining for lapis occurred in the Badistan province of northeastern Afghanistan as early as 7000 BC. The lapis was used to make beads, small jewelry items, and small sculptures. These have been found in Neolithic archaeological sites dating back to around 3000 BC in Iraq, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. In biblical times, the word sapphire was often used as a name for lapis lazuli. For that reason, many scholars believe that at least some of the references to sapphire in the Bible are actually references to lapis lazuli. Some modern translations of the Bible use the word lapis instead of sapphire. Lapis lazuli is most widely known for its use as a gemstone. It is a popular material for cutting into cabochons and beads. It is also used in inlay or mosaic projects, and often as a material for small sculptures. These uses made lapis the most popular opaque blue gemstone. Although personal preferences vary, the most popular lapis has a uniform deep blue to violet blue color. Many people enjoy a few randomly placed grains of gold pyrite or other fractures of moldals or white calcite. However, when pyrite or calcite is present in more than minor amounts, the desirability of the material and the value are significantly lowered. Gray inclusions or molting also quickly lowers desirability. 1. Fool's gold, iron pyrite. Its name comes from the Greek pyre, meaning fire rock, as people use this rock to start a fire. It is a beautiful looking stone because it is a pretty crystal shape and it seems like real shiny gold. Because of this, people usually mistake it for gold and get disappointed, especially in the gold rush era, when prospectors' goals were to be rich, hence the nickname fool's gold. This one is the most known out of the sulfide minerals, and it can make cool sparkles if you rub it against steel. As its name suggests, pyrite contains iron, but it's not common to extract iron from it because people find it easier to remove iron from hematite and magnetite. Which one of them you would like to have in your collection? If you enjoyed watching the video, please help us grow our channel and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification icon to Wealthy Kingdom. Thanks for watching.